Alright, so today I want to get into something that has been stuck in my mind for a while, and that is phytochemicals. Phytochemicals are chemicals produced by plants for one reason or the other. Okay? Uh, the main category of phytochemicals are called secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites are similar definition, something created by plants that is not critical to primary metabolism, which is like the growth of the plant, but is important for interacting with their environment. That could be signaling to other creatures, beings, whatever. It could be defense mechanisms for pests, pathogens. It could be environmental stress, like drought or heat or cold. And secondary metabolites, for the most part, are what interacts with human beings, right? So there are different categories of secondary metabolites. Like the main ones are polyphenols, which is an umbrella grouping of different, more specific ones like terpenes, flavonoids, alkaloids. Actually, alkaloids aren't polyphenols. But yeah, basically the key there is the chemical structure has a phenolic ring in it. All right, so these things are all important because understanding common themes here, right? So plants are the basis of medication, and medication is really things that we ingest or consume one way or the other to change the chemistry in our body or trigger chemical reactions in our body, right? So that is important because not all bodies produce the same chemical reactions based on inputs. Right? So something that works for me may not work for you, or may have a different reaction for you than me, right? So like an easy one for that is caffeine. There are people that live and die on caffeine. You know, I'm kind of middle of the road where I suffered from ADHD, which we'll get into that in another topic. And stimulants like caffeine kind of help me focus, right? Where somebody who's not hyperactive or showing those signs of hyperactivity, a stimulant will actually make you hyperactive, make you distracted, will not give you the attention and focus that a stimulant with somebody that has the different body chemistry. Okay, so let's talk body chemistry for a second. Body chemistry and like how your body works is a result of like environmental factors, genetics, and like how you've evolved, right? So looking back at my diet when I was a child, I was eating all the crazy poisons and crap, and like at this point in my life, it is no surprise to me whatsoever why I was so white, why there was so much shit wrong with my body. You know what I mean? Like talking about development, talking about like just neurological issues, you know, consuming the poison dyes. Freaking, I used to drink so much Mountain Dew. Yeah, so it's like you are the sum of everything that you eat, everything that you do, and also your genetic disposition. So like that equation of you are what you eat and you are what you experience applies to like your parents. So like my genetic code in my body is a result of the combination of my parents' lives, right? Because literal events in your life, like traumatic events, things that you experience, good or bad, they actually can impact your DNA. That's why, like, looking back at my life, like things that have left a traumatic mark on me, that is something that has changed my body chemistry, right? So that's literally how my cells reproduce based on the template in my DNA. Okay? So I can take that genetic code that was given to me by my parents, and through thoughtful and like purposeful action, you know, right? So that's a combination of what I eat, what I drink, what I do, what I see, what I experience. Like it's going to be something that I'm going to be digging into, where your senses, like touch, sight, smell, hearing, like all your senses, they impact your body, your mind, like what you experience, right? So like think about something that I've been dealing with as we're in wintertime right now is seasonal depression, right? So when you are at the beach living the dream, you know, hanging out by the ocean, you're not experiencing seasonal depression, right? You're getting all the sun you need. It's got windy. You're getting all the sun you need, and your body's able to produce vitamin D, and it's warm, okay? So you are at a disposition to be happy or happier, quote unquote, potentially. You know, it depends on you and like your mindset. Like, I don't hate the snow. I actually love activities in the snow, right? But like the lack of sun, right? So like the hours of the day. So in wintertime, there's less hours of sunlight. And even beyond that is the UV index of the sun, like the intensity of the sun is less, right? So those two combinations is, even if you're outside all day, you're not producing as much vitamin D from the sun, and you are also, your body is reacting to the cold temperature, right? And like your body in cold goes into survival mode. So it's changing where it sends energy and the signals that it's sending you to adapt to your environment, right? So that is, you know, plain as day how it impacts you, right? The other thing to keep in mind is your senses communicate through the body with your endocannabinoid system, meaning when you smell something, when you touch, when you taste, when you see, when you hear, right? Because frequency is a big thing these days. as it always has been. But basically, as you experience these senses, your body sends signals through the endocannabinoid system. Like, so that's why you can smell certain terpenes, like specifically beta carotene. Okay. And when you smell this specific terpene, your body produces endocannabinoids. All right. And that is endocannabinoid is just a cannabinoid that is produced in your body. All right. It's not a phytocannabinoid. A phytocannabinoid is a cannabinoid that is produced by a plant. That's phyto. Phyto means plant, or produced in a plant. Okay, so so now you see how your body reacts to your environment and how it signals, and now phytochemicals, right? So you have phytochemicals, plants, compounds produced by plants that have different chemical properties. Important stuff. I like it. So I don't know where I was going with that.